Hello, everyone! Welcome back to another episode of Mob Psycho 100, Season 2. This episode 8. And oh my freaking god. This episode. Okay, let's just get right into it. So, before I get into what is probably the most, like, shocking ending of an anime episode I've seen since, like, episode 5 of Attack on Titan. This is insane. This episode was absolutely freaking insane. That's all there is to it. But let's start off with the beginning of the episode and we'll just ease our way in. So, begins really happy. Completely different than the end. Starts out really happy. You get a little childhood memory flashback of Mob playing with his brother, throwing an airplane. Everything is good. He scrapes his knee and he cries and whatnot. And I think, is that when he awakens his power? Does he awaken his psychic powers in that moment from the pain and how he felt? Or was that just when his parents discovered it or something? I don't know. Because his brother looked like it was the first time he's ever seen it. The parents were really nonchalant about it. They were just like, wow, this is really cool. Oh, wow, stop that. It's like, yes, freaking, he's making things float into the air. Like, how could you not be surprised? But they took it as it is, and it went on from there pretty much. So, the religion, the Psycho Helmet cult, they have a ton of money now, and they actually bought, like, their own headquarters. They got lots more followers. They had, like, what, 700 or something followers now? Everyone's looking for their leader. They don't know where he is. They know he's a middle school student, and they saw like a photo of him from behind showing the school that he goes to. You would think it would be so freaking easy to find him. He's the only kid with that haircut, pretty much. Like, how do you not know who it is? But they don't find him, so they have a little plan to find him. Now, that reporter girl, I still don't freaking know her name. She's gonna try to get Mob to take his position as the ruler of this religion. So she tries to get him to come with her and explain like what he needs to do. And there's like a marathon coming up, like a track marathon or something. And she wants him to run in it and use his powers to win by a landslide, just demolish everybody. That way, he'll be known as a real psychic. His powers will be known. And he'll get the recognition that she wants him to have. Mob's not interested. The only reason he wants to do good in the race is to impress Bomi, the girl that he wants to be with someday. Which I don't see that ever happening. Ever. But he wants to get in the top 10, I think. And he wants to do it, I think like it was like next year's marathon or something. Like he's been training. Like this marathon he was hoping to like do okay. But the next year, like his last year of middle school or something, he was gonna actually ask her out, but he wants to impress her first. However, I think he finds out something about the marathon, like this was the last year of the marathon or something. I can't remember what it was, forgive me. Sorry. But he figures something out where he needs to do the top 10 for this marathon. And he's like, shoot, I can't, there's no way. No freaking way. But he's gonna try to train as hard as he can. He don't care about the stupid religion club. Doesn't give a crap about that. Just like, whatever. Don't want to hear about that. I want to do really good. So I want to use my own powers of physical strength to win the race. Or at least get in the top 10. Not win it. His friends help him out, which is really nice. They're always there for him. He's asking help from the telepathy club. His rivals are gonna be the body improvement club, so he's not gonna have like them really helping him. They've helped him as much as they could to get stronger. Now he's against them pretty much in the race. But that bully guy shows up and gives Mob a new pair of shoes to help him out in the race, which is really nice until you find out that he had bought the wrong size for himself. So of course he would give it to Mob. It's like whatever, I guess. Even Regan helps out, which is really nice. I think at first he was still the same old Regan where he's like, oh, I can't believe like you want to do something like that. That's so stupid, blah, blah, blah. And then he finds out that Mob wants to ask out Bomi, and he's like, oh, snap. Like, this kid's growing up. He's actually getting more mature. He forgets that Mob is starting to show his emotions and be a little bit more open now. So instead of being a butthole about it, Reagan's like, you know what? I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you exercise. So he actually helps him run, even though Regan sucks at running too. So I don't know how much help he is, but it's just nice to see them all helping Mob to do his best. There's a little scene before the race that I don't know if it's going to be important for later, is that Bomi and one of her friends show up to Reagan's place or whatever for like relationship advice. And it's like, oh snap, like she's gonna know where Mob works. And Mob's brother, Ritsu, is there, and he does not want her to see him there because then she'll connect the dots that somehow Mob is connected to this shady guy and is gonna make Mob look bad. He's trying so hard to help his brother, which is really, really nice. I'm so glad Ritsu is like that. He needs all the help he can get. But her friends ask him about relationship advice to Regan, and Regan gives his advice, whatever. That blonde-haired kid's back too. God, I don't know anyone's names in this show. It takes me a long time to learn names. I'm sorry, that's just how I am, but I'll get there, I promise. But that blonde-haired psychic is back, and him and Ritsu are gonna help Regan, like, fill in while Mob is doing the race or whatever. Or, like, keep track of things. Sort files, whatever. That's when Bomi shows up. So he hides, Ritsu hides, and he's like, I don't want her to see me. And they're talking, and Bomi does see a photo of Mob with Regan. So she knows that he's with this guy. And she tested Regan a little bit to see like what kind of a person he is. And she said like, oh, he must be alright, he didn't say anything wrong or whatever, but what is all that about? Like, it's weird because you feel like she has sort of an interest in Mob, but it's not like she likes him. It's not like she wants to be with him. It's like she almost admires him in a way and kind of just looks up to Mob. But it just keeps it on the down low. I don't know what it's about, but hopefully we'll find out in the future. So it's time of the race, and it doesn't start well at all. It goes really badly for Mob. He tries his best, but real quickly in the beginning, he falls and scrapes his knee, just like how he scraped his knee in the flashback at the beginning of the episode. And he tries his best to run and keep running despite the pain and the blood down his knee. He keeps going, and everyone's trying to urge him on, you can do it. And this kid's suffering more than I've ever seen anyone suffer while running. I hope to never be like this if I ever go running someday, because wow, like he made me feel out of breath watching this. He passes his parents. They're so proud of him. Even his parents didn't expect him to get this far. Like, he was actually keeping up. Not top 10, but like top 70 something. I can't remember what it was. He was doing really good. And even she saw, like, his mom saw the skinned knee, and she's like, oh my god, and like just saw him keep going. She's like, our son has some real strength, courage, whatever. The dad's like, yes. And the mom's like, I'm gonna make something yummy tonight. Keep that in mind because this is it's setting up for something just really big at the end of this episode. Even Bomi sees Mob and she almost cheers him on. I don't know what stopped her. I don't know if she didn't want to distract him. Like she was trying to like, oh, I want to make sure I don't like make it really bad on him, make him fall down or just whatever. So she goes to say, like, you can do it, do your best, whatever, but she stops. And then she just looks, like, really blank on her face. And I'm like, does she just know that he's struggling hardcore? Because his face is like he's dying from this. But it's interesting that she wanted to cheer Mob on. Mob specifically. And I don't know if she knows if that he's doing this all for her. I don't know, but it's really interesting. This little like love thing is really interesting because it's one-sided for sure. But she has some kind of an admiration for him, and that's what keeps it like, what does she really think of Mob? Exactly, pretty much. So Mob struggles hardcore. Like this kid's going at it like as long as he can, and finally like Regan's next to him and he finally like he just passes out. Poor guy passes out. He doesn't even finish the race. It's sad, but it's like, you know, he pushed himself way too hard, and he was breathing like he was hyperventilating, like he was gonna just die. So he passed out, and that was the end of the race for him. I think his brother got 9th, which was actually really good, and he, even though, like, he didn't finish the race, he wasn't really upset about it. He was happy that his brother did really good in the race, which they're always showing how genuine-hearted Mob is. Like, this kid has the best spirit of anyone in this whole show. Even Mob's teacher can see how hard Mob's trying, and the teacher's like, "Oh, I used to see how glum you were. You used to seem so glum, but now you're brighter than ever." And Mob's like, What are you talking about?" And it's true. Everyone can see Mob's changing for the better. He doesn't look so depressed all the time. He has friends. He's opening up more. It's just really nice, really heartwarming. And then all hell breaks loose. So we go back to Ritsu and the parents. They're waiting for Mob to get home from school. And it's weird that the parents weren't there, like with Mob while he was passed out. You think they would have waited until he woke up or something, but whatever. They're home cooking for Mob. There's a knock at the door. Ritsu goes get it, and he thinks it's Mob. I thought it was Mob. And then it's that kid, the son of the boss of Claw. I don't know his name, but this kid's freaking powerful as hell, and he's a bad guy. He is really bad. And I see him like, oh shoot. Oh god, no. And he's like, "Oh, I need you to come with me or something." And then the parents were there, and he's like, "Mom, stay away." And he's like, "Oh, didn't know your parents were here. This is gonna complicate things." And you can tell, I don't know what he did to the parents, but oh my god. It's just tragedy from there. Mob gets home, and he sees it's freaking on fire. His house is completely engulfed in flames. At this point, I have my face like, I have my hand like this in the face. I'm like, oh, shoot. Oh my god, my heart's pumped. I'm like, what happened to the parents? Mob's in shock, and he walks into the flames. Obviously, his psychic powers can protect him, which is really cool. But he goes in, he's looking for his family, anything that can show him, because the people on the outside said his parents or nobody got outside. So he goes in to find them, and he's searching the house, trying to find where they are. And Dimple says like, "Oh, there's a struggle at the door." And then Mom's like, "Oh my god, they might have been taken by somebody." So he goes to look for clues, and meanwhile the music in this show is so good. It can either be like really nice and heartwarming, or in this case, it's like it's just building this tension in the air, and you're like, it makes your skin like get goosebumps, and you're just like, oh god, what's gonna happen? And he opens a door, and Dimple's like, "Oh no, close your eyes, Shigeo." He sees his family, and he sees their corpses burning, and they were burned to death, like the parents and Ritsu. This is tragic. I don't know. I feel like, would they really kill his parents in this show? And Ritsu, would they really go that far? I don't want to believe that they're dead. I really don't, because that's so dark all of a sudden for this show. I know this show's gotten dark, but my freaking god. The expression on Mob's face, I like how it goes slowly from like 80 to 90, the percentage, and then it hits 100, and it just starts going past 100. He's just exploding power everywhere, and his face, like the anger in his face, is the most amazing thing. The way his hand is like contortioning and going crazy, it was insane. Like, oh my god, how they did it was so perfect. It was amazingly perfect. Like, I had to go back and kind of look at like the scenes from the manga to see how they compare. The anime did amazing on this. Like, they made it so much better. I didn't know they would let something so dark happen, because I didn't expect it at all. I didn't expect this, and wow, what craziness. You see Mob there, so furious. He lost his mind. It goes to like freaking what, infinity percent? Doesn't even know what percentage it is. He's gone. He basically is gone, or gone. Actually, it's gone. Sorry. He's gone from Hunter x Hunter. If you've never seen Hunter x Hunter, go watch that show. It's amazing. It reminds me of a scene from Hunter x Hunter when the main character in that show completely loses it and just goes berserk. That's how Mob feels here. And I can't wait to see next week. Oh my god. I have to give this episode 100%. I would have given it probably like 80%, maybe a 70, because it was literally like happy, slow, nothing much going on. I had no idea the whole episode was just set up for this traumatic moment. That was just happy the whole time, comedy, and then bam, you want some darkness, here's some freaking darkness. So, wow. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. Tell me if you were just as shocked as I was. And if you liked the episode and what you would have rated the episode. That's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'm shooting for the 500 mark for subscribers. I'm at almost 300. Almost there, 300. Might even be 300 by the time this video goes up. But I'm almost there. So help me out. We're going to get to 500. I'll do a special. And then to the 1,000. I'm going to 1,000 subscribers. It's a long journey. But I know I can get there with your guys' help. So thank you so much. Check out my other videos. I got Red Dead Redemption 2 gameplay, Walking Dead gameplay. I got to review the Boruto chapter for this month. And pretty soon I'm going to have the February review video up. So check those out when they come up. And yeah, have yourselves a great one.